Yo, what is going on, everyone in the XRP community? Make sure you do smash the likes down below before you start watching the video. Check this out. We got Atmosphere CCG up 300% on the day. Why? Probably no reason. But this thing is freaking pumping hard. I wouldn't touch this thing with a 10-foot pole. Be careful. Guys, let's keep the intro short and get right into the video. Check this out from Crypto Vinco, a.k.a. Crypto Whale's new account. Just in, White House report proposes new ban on proof-of-work Bitcoin mining, which, if passed, would shut down about 60% of the Bitcoin hash rate. Let's get this on a separate tab here so we don't strain the eyes. So how do digital assets affect energy usage, including grid management, and reliability? Energy efficient incentives and standards and sources of energy supply. Do you guys know that in California, my home state, a few days ago, there was like a power grid warning, and they basically said, don't charge your electric vehicles. So just saying, energy is going to, it's turning into a hot commodity with everything going electric. You got electric cars going. You got people running graphics cards like crazy and Bitcoin miners trying to capitalize on that decentralized paycheck. But yeah, the United States is proposing a essentially ban on Bitcoin here, which we got confirmation from Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse that Bitcoin mining alone uses more than 1% of all global energy. I know 1% doesn't sound like a lot, but consider the whole entire Earth we live on. Bitcoin uses 1%, more than 1% of total energy consumption, just so you can, submit a transaction for $10 and have it clear like 4 hours later. And worst case scenario, 4 days later. So from 2018 to 2022, annualized electricity from global crypto assets grew rapidly, with estimates of electricity usage doubling to quadrupling. That's why we love the XRPL, which is the first truly carbon neutral network. See, as Bitcoin is using more than 1% of all global energy, XRP is only using the equivalent of 3 American households worth of energy. Truly carbon neutral green energy cryptocurrency. I mean, think about that. Bitcoin's using 1% of all the Earth's energy. Just a freaking cryptocurrency that just sits on our computers and we can speculate on. 1% just for that. Well, XRP at the same time is using the same energy as 3 average American households. Okay. As of August 2022, published estimates of the total global electricity usage for crypto assets are between 120 and 240 billion kilowatt hours per year, a range that exceeds the total annual electricity usage of many individual countries, such as Australia or Argentina. This is equivalent to 0.4% to 0.9% of global energy usage, and is comparable to the annual electricity usage of all conventional data centers in the world. The United States is estimated to host about a third of global crypto asset operations, which currently consume about 0.9% to 1.7% of total U.S. electricity usage. This range of electricity usage is similar to all home computers or all residential lighting in the United States. Crypto asset mining is also highly mobile. The U.S. share of global mining from Bitcoin, the largest crypto asset, rose from 3.5% in 2020 to 38% today because, you got all the, China bans and Russia bans and whatnot. Miners are, setting up shop over in these, states with a shit ton of land and wind farms, right? So today with U.S. electricity for usage for crypto asset mining, while still relatively small, tripling since January 2021. So let's get to the kind of the meat and potatoes here. So you have nearly all crypto asset electricity usage is driven by consensus mechanisms. The distributed ledger technology used to mine and verify crypto assets, which XRP doesn't do. The dominant consensus mechanism is called proof of work, which is used by the Bitcoin and Ethereum blockchains, Bitcoin and Ether, their respective crypto assets combined, yada, yada, yada. We already know all this. So an alternative, less energy-intensive consensus mechanism called proof of stake was estimated to consume up to 0.28 billion kilowatt hours per year in 2021, less than 0.001% of global electricity usage. But the problem is the proof of stake, which is what Ethereum is transferring over to right now, is that you get real centralization problems there, unlike the Ripple consensus ledger. So, yeah, White House report proposing ban on Bitcoin mining. considering we have just crap tons of, LLC-driven Bitcoin mining farms all across the United States because we got so much land. I mean, one thing I really realized about, traveling abroad is that, oh my God, the United States is like 98% farmland, dude. Like, it's crazy. I mean, I'm not saying it's exactly 98%. I'm obviously exaggerating, but recently I had a road trip where I drove pretty far across the United States just for some travel, and dude, I was just blown away at like how much nothing there is out in America. Like, if you take the interstate in the United States and you just drive across America, dude, it's mind-blowing how much nothing there is, which is perfect for Bitcoin miners because you can set up endless warehouses powered by wind farms. And, dude, you're freaking good to go securing the blockchain. All right. Next one, guys. Flare token is added to the Bifrost wallet. Has just come to the latest version, 4.5. Once the Flare network is ready, you can deposit FLR to your I keep wanting to say Bitfrost, but it's Bifrost wallet address and start delegating and earning passive income. Remember, guys, when you get your first 15% FLR tokens, yeah, dude, it's probably going to be a pretty big dollar figure. But just know that you should not just immediately liquidate your 15% FLR because, one, it's the Ethereum killer. Two, it's going to be, like, I think tag teaming with XRP in the top 10, top 20 cryptocurrencies, helping to take down the number 1, number 2 spot, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as if you sell your 15% that you get distributed of FLR, you literally will not receive the remaining 85%. You must get your FLR, delegate it to you so you can, earn your right to receiving the remaining 85% at a rate of 3% per month, which will last like a few years. Okay, so once the Flare network is fully like live, I mean, it's already live in observation mode, but once the Flare tokens are distributed, guys, we will be uploading videos on the channel on how to delegate your FLR tokens, which sounds like it'd be a pretty hard thing, but I don't think it's going to be that hard. I mean, to delegate Songbird, all you do is you throw your Songbird on Bifrost and you wrap it, and then you put it in the delegation pool, and there you go. Okay, it's done, just set deal. So FLR token is coming very, very soon. And again, guys, with the essentially proposal by the guy who created Flare networks, do not immediately sell your 15%. John Deaton saying Gensler gets more assertive each talk. Now most are securities. Next week or month, it'll be the vast majority of these are securities, and later only a couple of tokens are not securities. Jeremy Hogan poking fun at Gary Gensler saying, almost all restaurants are in violation of the health code. How do I know? Because the government gave us broad powers to enforce the health code. Chair Gensler if he was head of the local health department. And he responds to John Deaton here saying, we are the lobster in the pot, and he's turning up the heat slowly. Okay. Next one. Breaking Fidelity, who has $4.3 trillion of assets under management. I think it's like about half of BlackRock. And not even to mention BlackRock has been scooping up tons of residential homes over the last few years because of all the COVID stuff and foreclosures happening. Yeah, they've been that's kind of scary. That's kind of scary. A company who's got, nearly $10 trillion. I don't know exactly what the figure is, but dude, it's something crazy of like the trillions and trillions that BlackRock manages, and they are scooping up residential homes by like the thousands, man. It's insane. So Fidelity is launching Bitcoin trading for retail customers in November. Customers can register at the end of September for Bitcoin trading with Fidelity, looking to go live in November. So don't think these will be Bitcoin contracts or Bitcoin ETFs, but real actual Bitcoin that $4.3 trillion in assets worth of customers can now tap into. Last one for today, guys. Rep Tom Emmer, who is pro-cryptocurrency, and we did hear bash Gary Gensler at in the SEC at the most recent hearing, which is pretty cool. The current accredited investor standard gatekeeps wealth creation for everyday investors in the name of protection. Let's protect Americans by increasing access to capital formation opportunities, not withholding the keys to opportunities. So, like right now, let's say you guys watching this video, the amount of you guys that are in, quote, accredited investor by United States standards, like the amount of you guys that are actually accredited investors are like, I think like very, very slim. Because right now, if you want to buy shares of Ripple pre-IPO, you got to go through a company like Linkto, who, I mean, you still even have to be an accredited investor through them. And like I've heard people of like, I remember I had like I was hosting a Twitter space one time last Christmas time, and the topic of discussion just naturally transformed into buying shares of Ripple. And people are just saying like, oh yeah, bro, I go to LinkedIn and I like lie about how much I make and how much I have, and I bought shares of Ripple. And it's like, I don't know, man. It's weird because it's funny how the United States, they don't want your average Joe, everyday hardworking people. They don't want you to buy into these companies pre-IPO. They want to be the ones doing it. The elite want to be the ones doing it, but they don't want you to get into it. But yeah, guys, it's a crazy world out there. It's crazy how, like, if you start just going down all these rabbit holes and learning all these things, like, you just really get the burden of knowledge. It's the burden of knowledge, man. It's like, not the guy that's the happy wanderer that doesn't know anything, and as long as everything around him is okay, he's fine. But it's like, if you freaking go down deep and you learn about all this crazy stuff that happens in this borderline sick world of ours, yeah, man, it's just like some things you really wish you never know, honestly. And not to get so serious here, but it's like, yeah, they, under the name of protection, they don't want you buying into companies pre-IPO. They don't want you doing it. They don't want you making money. They don't want you getting rich. But I do know on linkto.com you can buy shares of Ripple. But then again, you still have to, like, have a certain level of income, certain number of money in the bank, to certain number of assets to become an accredited investor. So, yeah, guys, looking forward to Ripple versus SEC case being over. And, dude, Ripple going IPO will be a media storm for the XRP community. Thank you guys for tuning in the video today. Make sure you smash like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.